Stop scrolling. Chrisean Rock just dropped a confession so raw, so emotional, and so devastating it's left the internet in total shock.
The one trip in Vegas, I was in the corner of the bed. He was beating my body. And then he like, if you move, your stomach gonna bleed. I'm gonna kill this baby. You're gonna be bleeding for a month. Or a schoolyard crib. You're not a crib. That's not crib.
After months of whispers, criticism, and online speculation about baby Junior's development, has finally spoken, and what she said points the finger directly at Blueface. In a tear-filled live stream that has now gone viral across every platform. Chrisean broke down crying, confessing that baby Junior's health issues and early developmental delays might be directly tied to everything she endured while carrying him. And what Blueface put her through. I didn't get peace. I didn't get support. I got stress. I got fights. I got lies. And my baby paid the price. The moment she said that, comments exploded. Because this wasn't just blame, it was a cry for help. A mother finally admitting what many suspected. The toxicity surrounding her pregnancy may have impacted her son's future.
Having sex with your homies, the guy that puts you on your road manager, road dog, the first one you call, baby mama, that's not crib. You ain't even get DP'd yet. Posting your son's penis, that's not crib. That's a demon. For real, like, then he rode me over with a car. Like, bro, this is all when I was 6 months pregnant.
But it gets even deeper because leaked texts, court rumors, and a shocking voice note from a nurse are now backing her up. Is Blueface finally about to be held accountable? Stay with us, because what comes next might change everything. This isn't just drama anymore. This isn't just another messy live, another trending topic, or another viral fight between Chrisean Rock and Blueface. This is real life. And now it's affecting the one person who didn't ask to be part of the chaos, baby Junior, from the moment Chrisean Rock announced her pregnancy. The world was skeptical. Her relationship with Blueface was already one of the most toxic, public, and emotionally volatile in modern celebrity culture. There were fights caught on camera, lives ruined on Instagram, and brawls that went viral before the baby bump was even visible. So when she revealed she was expecting, social media didn't rejoice. It panicked. People asked, is she stable enough to raise a child? Will Blueface even claim this baby? What happens when this child is born into chaos? And from the very beginning, Blueface made one thing crystal clear. That's her baby. He disowned the pregnancy before it even took its first breath. He went on interviews, podcasts, IG Lives. He laughed, denied, mocked, rejected. Meanwhile, Chrisean carried the weight, literally and emotionally. But here's where things take a turn. Throughout the pregnancy, fans watched in real time as Chrisean spiraled, partying while pregnant, fighting with strangers, crying on lives, chasing Blueface to strip clubs and studios, all while visibly carrying a child. The pressure was brutal, the judgment unrelenting, and the one person who could have stepped in to give her peace, Blueface. But he died in single quotes. Instead, he ridiculed her, mocked her, embarrassed her online, left her alone to face trolls, blogs, and breakdowns while he played happy family with Jaden Alexis, the mother of his first child. So now, with baby Junior over a year old, questions are surfacing and louder than ever, because fans have noticed Junior rarely responds to Chrisean's voice during lives. His speech isn't developing like most kids his age. He often looks disengaged, lost, or overwhelmed by noise. It started as whispers, but it turned into viral threads, think pieces, and even reaction videos from parenting coaches and speech pathologists. And then, Chrisean finally snapped in. A 16-minute Instagram live streamed from the floor of her bedroom, wearing no makeup. Rockin' Junior in her arms, she confessed the one thing that everyone had been afraid to hear. I know y'all say he looked delayed, and maybe he is. But y'all don't know what I went through carrying him. Every single day was a war. I was crying more than sleeping. I didn't have peace. I had trauma. I had Blueface punching holes in my spirit. I had hate. I had lies. And I had stress. And maybe, just maybe, that's why my baby dealing with what he dealing with. There it was. The sentence that broke the internet. My baby has disabilities because of what Blueface put me through. Raw, soul-bearing admission. No filters. No PR. Just a mother finally putting into words what fans had long suspected. That, the emotional abuse, the mental warfare, and the toxic chaos she endured during pregnancy may have hurt her child, and almost immediately. Backlash collided with compassion. Some praised her. This is what accountability looks like. It takes courage to admit this publicly. She's not blaming, she's confessing. But others weren't so kind. Now she wants sympathy. You knew what you were getting into. You still chose to bring him into that mess. Meanwhile, Blueface, he said nothing. Not a tweet, not a post, not a live, nothing. But the silence didn't last long, because in the hours after the confession, new information began leaking. And it backs up Chrisean's emotional reveal in ways that shook even her harshest critics. A source close to Chrisean, allegedly a former nurse who was involved in her postpartum care, leaked an audio clip and screenshots that claimed Junior showed early signs of developmental concern within weeks of birth in the leaked audio. The voice says, "We flagged it early on. He wasn't reacting to light. His muscle tone was soft." I asked if she had a high-stress pregnancy. She cried. Said she cried the whole time. That one line? She cried the whole time. Broke TikTok comments exploded. This baby didn't stand a chance. Blueface's "that's her baby" attitude had real consequences. Y'all blamed Chrisean, but she was surviving, not thriving. Even celebs started reacting. Summer Walker, "The body remembers stress. So do babies. This ain't rare. It's real." Young Miami, "She's not the perfect mom, but she's there and she finally speaking truth." Keo, "Vanity Blueface, better not stay silent for long." The receipts are coming out daily now. And they're right, because what Chrisean's about to drop next is bigger than her confession. It's proof in the form of texts, reports, and leaked messages that Blueface was warned about Junior's risk. And he laughed. Boom, the screenshots have landed. And once again, the internet has been turned on its head, just hours after Chrisean's emotional live, where she tearfully confessed that her son's disabilities may be tied to Blueface's neglect and abuse during her pregnancy. An anonymous source dropped the hammer, and what they revealed confirms everything. Let's rewind. In the leaked screenshots allegedly pulled from a private group chat between Blueface's manager and a mutual friend, a conversation unfolds that no parent should ever be caught having. She's stressing for no reason. That kid gon' be fine. Y'all acting like a lil drama gonna mess him up? He ain't even born yet. She just trying to guilt me into playing dad. That ain't even my baby for real. Those words, allegedly typed by Blueface himself, have since been archived, screen recorded, and reposted thousands of times. Now let's pause here, because this isn't just casual disrespect. This is documented dismissal of his own child's well-being. Even after being told that the stress levels Chrisean was under could be dangerous to the unborn baby. But here's where it gets twisted. A second leak, posted by an account claiming to be close to Chrisean's old doula, included a picture of a printed warning form from her OBGYN, allegedly handed to her during her second trimester. The form is titled Prenatal Mental Health and Risk Indicators for Neurodevelopmental Disorders under the section marked stress-related complications. 3 boxes are checked: frequent crying spells, domestic relationship instability, patient reports, partner neglect, and emotional abuse. The kicker: a handwritten note in the margins: recommend modified bed rest and partner therapy. Patient refuses to rest, feels unsafe, no stable support system. A trending JR Deserved Better took over X within 2 hours of his post, climbing to number 2 nationwide. Dozens of influencers, mental health advocates, and single mothers shared their own stories, uniting behind Chrisean in a way we haven't seen since her music debut. Even celebs who previously stayed silent chimed in. Taraji P. Henson reposted Chrisean's live with the caption, "This broke me." Lizzo, in a surprise Instagram story, wrote, "Y'all treat black mamas like punching bags until they break." Nicki Minaj followed Chrisean. That's it. That's the post. And fans lost it meanwhile. Carlissa Saffold, Blueface's mother, who once claimed Chrisean was raising a crack baby on a live, tried to backtrack. She went live again, this time crying and saying, "If that boy got something wrong, I ain't never meant him no harm. I just want peace." But fans weren't having it. One comment that went viral said, "You don't get to pray now after you mocked that baby for months. Sit down." The conversation turned fast, from blaming Chrisean to asking, why didn't anyone help her? Where was the label when Blueface was promoting diss tracks while Chrisean was hospitalized? Where were the producers who booked interviews to exploit her breakdowns for clout? Where were the friends who let her go on IG Live screaming into the void at 3 a.m., 8 months pregnant? They all watched it happen. We all did. And now a child is caught in the aftermath. But here's the first major twist that truly changes the game. A voice memo allegedly between Chrisean and a pediatric neurologist just leaked, and in it, the doctor says if there's a delay, it's mild right now. With proper therapy and consistency, there's hope for progress. But we need both. Parents engaged, especially the father. That voice memo has since racked up over 3.5 million plays in less than 24 hours on TikTok, with creators captioning it, "Blueface, do your job." This boy doesn't need drama. He needs a, "Dad, don't just blame stress. Fix IT." And now, fans are demanding change, not just in the form of apologies, but action. In fact, petition is circulating to have Blueface publicly denounce toxic parenting patterns and fund developmental therapy for Junior. It already has over 215,000 signatures. But Chrisean, she's not signing anything. Instead, she posted a new clip, and this one might be the most heart-wrenching yet. In it, she's holding Junior, whispering, "You're gone, be okay, son, no matter what. Even if I gotta walk through hell with you." And then she stares directly into the camera and says, "I carried this boy through storms. And now I'm the one he needs to protect him from the same man who created him." Boom! Mic drop. This isn't just a confession anymore. This is a declaration. Chrisean's officially declaring war on Blueface, and if what we're hearing about the next court filing is true, she's not just coming for his money. She's coming for full parental rights. Hold on tight, because everything you thought you knew about this situation is about to be completely shattered. Just when fans were still reeling from Chrisean's heartbreaking confession and Blueface's cold-hearted response, a third bombshell just hit the timeline, and it's coming from someone inside the family circle. Get this, Blueface's own sister Kali, who's had an Ananda feud with him for years, has officially stepped into the fire. What she exposed? It has people demanding full custody be stripped from Blueface for good. Late last night, Kali posted a series of voice memos, screenshots, and one deeply disturbing video clip to her private story, which was quickly screen recorded and reposted by dozens of major blog pages within minutes. And the caption, "Since y'all want to act like Blue wasn't warned, here's what really happened when Chrisean was 7 months pregnant." The first clip is a voicemail Chrisean left on Kali's phone, her voice shaking, frantic, barely able to speak. I can't stop crying. He kicked me out the house and I have nowhere to go. Bleeding, my head hurts, and he told me to call my real baby daddy if I needed help. Let that sink in. 7 months pregnant, bleeding, alone, kicked out, and Blueface's response. cruel sarcasm and abandonment. But it gets worse. The second video Kali released was secretly recorded allegedly, from a time when Blueface was ranting to his inner circle, laughing about how Chrisean was too emotional to raise a goldfish. In the footage, he's seen pacing around his studio, saying she'll always cry in man, stressing about every little thing. If the baby come out slow, that's her fault for being dramatic all the time. That's her fault. The level of gaslighting, disregard, and psychological abuse on display in that clip left even Blueface's fans speechless. People who once backed him, laughed with him, reposted his trolling clips, they're backing away. One tweet that went viral read, "This ain't funny Blueface anymore. Says psychological warfare on a pregnant woman." Another user posted, "Imagine telling the mother of your unborn son that HIS development is her fault because she cried after you threw her out." But Kali didn't stop there. She dropped one final blow. A screenshot of a text Blueface allegedly sent to her when Chrisean was 8 months along. It reads, "If anything wrong with that baby, don't let it be pinned on me. I wasn't even involved like that." And in bold under the text, "Blueface knew. He just didn't care." That one sentence has since become the rallying cry across TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. X, the tag hashtag Blueface knew, is now trending in 6 different countries. With fans worldwide weighing in, even celebrities are beginning to switch sides publicly. Kik Palmer reposted the confession live and wrote, "Y'all keep protecting these men and then clutch your pearls when the babies suffer." Megan Good tweeted, "We stand with Chrisean. She's broken, but she's fighting." And in a surprise twist, even Cardi B, who once had beef with Chrisean, posted, "Pray for that baby, FR. Too many demons around him." Now, enter the legal twist that could change everything. According to an allegedly leaked case summary filed in Los Angeles family court, Chrisean is preparing to file for full custody of Junior, along with a restraining order that could bar Blueface from any unsupervised visitation for up to a year. Here's what the document claims. The child has shown signs of developmental delay. The environment Blueface creates is not emotionally safe. Multiple witnesses will testify that Blueface encouraged stress, not support during the pregnancy. Chrisean has started early intervention therapy while Blueface has not attended a single appointment. But the most jaw-dropping part? A section titled Paternal Psychological Harm and Verbal Abuse in it. Chrisean's legal team allegedly outlines 15 examples of moments where Blueface mocked, belittled, or emotionally tormented her while she was carrying Junior Many. Caught on camera. And one witness who is reportedly willing to testify in court. Jaden Alexis. Yep, the other baby mama. Word on the street is, Jaden. Will Blueface show up to court? Will the judge take the leaks seriously? And most importantly, can baby Junior finally be saved from this mess? By the time the sun rose the next day, the internet had turned into a full-blown battlefield. From parenting forums to rap blogs, from mommy influencers to hardcore hip-hop heads, everyone had something to say about the emotional war unfolding between Chrisean Rock and Blueface, with baby Junior caught in the middle of one of the most heartbreaking public scandals the culture has seen in years. And if Blueface thought the storm would die down like it always does, he was dead wrong. Because this time, the world didn't just gossip, they mobilized. The hashtag #ProtectBabyJojer started trending across all platforms. TikTok creators stitched Chrisean's confession live with commentary from child psychologists and trauma counselors, many of whom echoed this same chilling statement. Prenatal trauma is real, and this baby needs intervention now. One viral video showed a child development expert reacting in real time to the leaked nurse audio. You can hear the concern in her voice. She knew something wasn't right. And if Junior really did have poor muscle tone and didn't react to light at birth, then we are looking at a possible case of neurological stress from in utero trauma. That is not rare. That is not a coincidence. That is science. The comments were flooded. Why did no one step in sooner? This boy's being failed by the same people who made him a punchline. Chrisean ain't perfect, but she's the only one even trying. And it wasn't just parenting communities rallying around her. Hip-hop itself began to fracture. Artists who once collaborated with Blueface or stayed silent on his antics started taking clear sides. G Herbo, who's no stranger to public family battles, posted on his IG story, "These kids ain't props, they're real. Stop playing with their lives for clout." DDG, who previously supported Blueface, shocked fans by unfollowing him and tweeting, "This some weak man, SHT. I can't co-sign it." Even Waka Flocka, who usually minds his business, weighed in. "Every time a black woman cries out for help, y'all clown her. Until it's too late, we ain't losing another baby." And then came the flood of industry statements. The Shade Room issued a rare editorial note. "We want to be clear, no matter how sensational a story may be, the safety and health of a child comes first. We will not post or amplify any more content that makes a mockery of this situation." BET canceled a pending interview with Blueface, citing increased public backlash and sensitivity concerns. Revolt TV dropped a statement saying they had no future projects scheduled with Blueface and were reviewing past interviews to ensure platform accountability. But perhaps the most shocking industry shift came from a former executive at Zeus Networkies, the same network that made a killing off Chrisean and Blueface's toxic reality show, in a since-deleted tweet. The ex-staffer said, "I watched her cry off camera. I watched her beg for him to stop, and they kept filming. And now, this is the result. We all failed her. We failed that baby." Fans weren't letting that go. Thousands called for Zeus to be investigated for exploiting mental health and domestic instability for profit. One viral tweet read, "If there was ever proof that reality TV is built on real trauma, it's this. They filmed her unraveling while pregnant, and now y'all shocked her baby's suffering." Meanwhile, Carlisa Saffold, Blueface's own mother, who has historically blamed Chrisean for everything, posted a cryptic prayer post. "May God heal the broken and protect the innocent." That's all I'll say for now, but fans weren't buying it. The replies were brutal. Too little, too late. You watched your son act like this and clapped for it. Y'all failed Junior before he was even born. And let's not forget the legal system. Whispers from inside the LA court system say the public response is swaying momentum. Judges and legal teams reportedly fear the public scrutiny of awarding Blueface any custody rights without a full mental evaluation. A retired family court judge told Hollywood Leaks, "When a case is this public and the child's well-being is already in question, every misstep will be under a microscope. This isn't just a parenting dispute anymore. It's a cultural reckoning." So where does this leave Blueface? Backed into a corner, no brand deals, no interviews, no endorsements. And now a rising number of fans demanding he be investigated for emotional abuse. But more importantly, it leaves baby Junior at a critical crossroads. Will he grow up in the same environment that harmed him? Or will this be the moment that finally forces change? One thing's for sure. The world is no longer watching passively. They're demanding justice just when it felt like every card had been laid on the table. Chrisean Rock made her next move, and it caught the entire industry off guard. After days of silence following the public meltdown, leaked nurse audio, the Kali voice notes, and Blueface's social media mockery, Chrisean dropped one post. That changed everything. A black and white photo, no caption, just her son Junior lying in a hospital crib, hooked up to monitors, and Blueface sitting silently in the chair beside him, face buried in his hands. The internet went into complete chaos. Is this recent unbreakable the truth behind Junior? The trailer hasn't dropped yet, but word is, it ends with one haunting quote. "I used to protect him. Now I'm protecting my son from him." And that's where we leave it for now. But you better believe this battle is far from over. Whew. If your heart ain't racing right now, were you even paying attention? Because what we just witnessed was one of the most emotionally explosive moments in hip-hop parenting history. From public confessions, hospital visits, alleged seizures, to talk of parental rights being stripped forever, this is no longer just reality TV drama. This is real stakes, real damage, and a baby at the center of it all. Chrisean Rock finally broke her silence. She owned up. She pointed the finger. She shared the pain. And love her or hate her, she's putting baby Junior first in a way the world never expected. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you believe Blueface should lose all custody rights after everything that's come out? Is Chrisean finally showing growth or just shifting blame? Do you think the leaked hospital image was calculated or genuine? And what about the rumored Docusaurus? Is it brave or just another way to monetize pain? The comments are open and we want to hear your uncensored takes. Drop a comment below. Tag a friend who's been following this saga from day one. And hit that notification bell because this story isn't over. Sources are already whispering about a surprise court filing from Blueface's team. Legal Squad is not backing down. You do not want to miss the next update because what's coming next might be the moment baby Junior single quotes as future is decided for good, so don't scroll away. Don't sleep on this channel. And whatever you do, stay tuned. It's only getting messier.